Hey there guys, how you doing? PayOutPro members, it's Drew here, and this is our third update video for just, growth of the site. We're going to look at the website today. We're going to look at the Forex accounts, what's created and all that kind of stuff. So last week's video we went through, we had an average of about, I would say probably about 15, maybe 15 to 20% or 15 to 17% gain on average throughout the all the accounts there. Okay, so this week, guys, we'll see. We'll log in and we'll see. I've already seen. I know what it's like, but we'll log in and we'll look at what's going on here. Okay, once again, my internet is extremely slow, so just be patient with it, guys. It's kind of crazy. I'll try and edit out as much as I can here. But we've got, like, my son's on the internet, my wife's on the internet upstairs, and everybody's on the internet today. My son was actually really sick last night. We had to take him into the hospital. He has croup, right? So he was pretty sick. So he's okay now, though. He's upstairs. He's playing and stuff. Okay, so you can see here, this one here, guys, we're at 30%. So when would the update video I did would have been like last Sunday, would have been the 16th. Okay, so we'll just look at from the 16th how it's going. So here was the 16th. So you can see there it actually gained more, and then when we closed out the trades, guys, there was a bit of drawdown, and they, the trading team probably just thought, oh, we'll just close them out. It's still a huge gain. Like, this is from the 9th till the 18th. That's like about 2 weeks, guys, gain there, right? So let's just check that. We'll double confirm that. The 19th, yeah, so 1 trading week and then 2 trading weeks. So this is 2 trading weeks, which is awesome. 30% gain. We only need to make the system work, and for all the members in the system to get 1% of 1% per day, 5 days a week, guys. That's only 10%, so 5% a week, and this count here did 30.47%. So guys, the results we're getting here they're a little bit kind of pushing it, like we're using a bit of risk and stuff like that. With the system results, they're probably going to be less because we don't want to use basically any kind of risk. And also, this account here was traded over a week that was actually pretty risky, was last week. As you can see there, the drawdown was pretty big, and you'll see in all the accounts. If you saw last week's video, that's basically what I talked about in that video. So how the system would work, guys, and with the trading and stuff, is that, if the market's bad, we basically just don't even trade, because there's no point, right? Like, what's the point of putting an account at a risk of, say, a 30% loss or something when we already have, say, a 40% gain in that account, kind of thing like that. So we just wouldn't even trade there. Okay, so, the next question you might have is maybe, if we're not, trading, we're not creating that gain, we're not creating those results to do withdrawals and stuff like that, then how is this thing going to always be 5 days a week, and, withdrawals are 5 days a week and stuff like that? The gain's 5 days a week, your account growth is 5 days a week. So what we do, guys, is we build up a reserve fund. So that's why the system right now, when we launch, everything's going to be 1% earnings, which is still amazing. If you look around at most systems out there, you're not getting 1%. You're getting about 0.30%, because there's a repurchase balance that's inside most of these, revenue shares and investment sites, and anything that is a fund to earn opportunity, guys. Normally how they're set up is the ad funds going into the site is actually paying out the withdrawals. So to make it work and to make it last more than, 2 weeks to 3 months, basically, or even 6 months, is they have to create some way to keep the majority of the funds inside the system. So with PayOutPro, guys, we don't do that, because what we do is we create the funds for the withdrawals through Forex trading, through marketing campaigns, and we're also going to get into something probably like master notes or something like that later on down the road, once the system gets bigger, kind of thing. Okay, so we're basically externally creating those funds so that you can have 100% withdrawal balance. And anything that you earn in the system, you can withdraw out of the system. Even the commissions is 100% withdrawal. There's actually no repurchasing balance inside the system. Like, you basically can't buy anything in the system through your earnings balance. The only thing you can do is you can send your earnings balance to another member. Okay, so say for instance, if you want to, say for instance, you sponsored in someone and they're like, oh, I really want to do this. I want to kind of see some results first, and I don't want to see anyone else's results. They want to see their own kind of results. And this person, maybe they've came in under you in some other opportunity or something like that, and they're gonna put in $500 or $1,000 or something like that. Then what you can do is just send that person $10 through the system, and it'll go directly into their purchase balance. They can purchase with it. That's the only thing that is internal inside the system. Okay, so it just proves to people that what we've created here, if we're allowing 100% withdrawal balance, that what we've created is a system that is a fund to earn opportunity that doesn't revolve around repurchasing internally in the system and just building up your account as a bunch of numbers that eventually will pop because the funds and the payment processors that are coming in through ad funds don't meet up with the fund amount that is inside the actual member's account. Okay, so just nails it on the head. If a system has 100% withdrawal balance and myself or an admin is sitting here showing the member base, hey, yeah, every single week I'm putting out a live video showing you guys the growth of the site, it just makes it that much more positive and that much more easier for the member to go out there and feel secure in their headspace or whatever, and to go out there and promote something that they know is not just some kind of system that ad funds are paying out withdrawals, guys. And that's what most of these systems are. If the admin is saying, hey, yeah, we have external sources of income, but not showing you them, then probably it's not true, I would say. Because if there is external sources of income, like there's Forex trading, there's, they're creating some gain through maybe mining or maybe master notes or something like that, or marketing campaigns or something, guys, they're going to show you, okay? Because that's it's a big positive thing to show something like that. So here you go here. This account made about $100 and something dollars. That was withdrawal out of here. All these accounts that I'm going to show you are around $1,000, okay? So the next one here, and remember last week, guys, there was an account that was a -17 and another account that was a -6, okay? So we're going to see the results of those accounts this week, okay? Because things have changed. It's been another week, okay? So once again, my internet's super slow, guys. We got to wait on things. All right, I actually had to go upstairs and kick them off the internet because this was it wasn't working out. I was sitting here for probably about 6 minutes waiting for it to load the page. So you can see here, guys, this is account number 4. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to jot this down, what accounts that we've seen, because FX Book might might update or something like that, and then we'll lose track of what we've actually seen. So, I don't want to have to do this video 4 times. So we saw USD6 was the first one. Okay, this is USD4, and then we'll get going here. Okay, so you can see this one here, guys. It's at a positive 23.67%. Last week, the 16th was when it went off. So right around here, you can see it goes from the 14th till the 17th. So probably about there. So we were at, what was this, 6? We were probably at around 9% or something last week. If you want to know for sure, guys, just go and see last week's update video, which would be number 2, the video number 2. So that one's good. Okay, so let's get going here. We'll go to the next one here, which is 7. And I'll just write down 7. There we go. See, the internet's way faster now because no one's on it. I love living in the country, because of the fresh air and, there's no neighbors and stuff like that. But the downside is the internet is just so horrible. So this account here, guys, was one of the accounts this one was the -6%. Okay, so last week this account was actually -6%. We still made $830. These are all test accounts, right? So we still, in the real funds, you can see that this one had a withdrawal out of it, $16. So it made $16 this week from 1,000, but that's not that great. 1.6% of 1,000, $16. You can see there. Okay, so real accounts, guys. We're doing withdrawals out of these. Okay. So the 17th, yeah. So you can see there on the 14th, it was 6.65. So I guess it was the 14th we turned things off or something. Okay, because the 16th was the Saturday, or no, the 16th was the Sunday. Let's just check this one more time. Sunday. So yeah, it would have been the 14th. Okay, so when we're looking at this stuff, guys, it's the 14th that things got turned off because that's the Friday. Okay, because we turned things off on Friday. Like this one here would say, if it's gonna do its thing, there you go. So it says the 21st. Today's Sunday, so that's 2 days ago. So that's Friday. Okay, so you can see there it's at a minus 6.65%, and we did 1.6%. It was actually greater before we closed out all these trades, but it was in a drawdown. Okay, the drawdown was probably, I don't know, it was probably pretty low, like maybe around minus 8% or something, and then we closed out some trades, and it left us at a plus 65%. Okay, or sorry, a plus 1.65%. Okay, so that's that. I've written down USD7, yes, and then we'll go into this USD2. Sometimes it updates, guys, and then I'll lose my spot where I am because the internet's slow. Okay, so this one here, pretty good. Once again, we only need 10% to make the system work at 1% per day, and 1% per day is probably better than anything else out there, guys, that's a fun to earn opportunity because it's 1%, 100% of that 1% is withdrawable. Most systems, guys, as I was saying before, look into them, right? Look into the other systems you're in, and you'll notice you're only actually making about, 0.50% or 0.30% per day kind of thing. So this is going to be pretty neat, this PayOutPro system. Okay, so you can see here, last week, guys, it was the 14th. We're at 14.55, so we did about 10%, almost 10% there, 9 whatever percent. Okay, and this one was actually up to a 33%, and then we closed out at a 24% there, 24.28. Okay, next one here, USD2, USD5. Okay, so USD5, and if I'm not myself today, guys, it's because I hardly slept at all last night because we were in the hospital all night with my son because he had croup, so he was getting the steroids and stuff like that to get himself better. So this was the account last week, guys, that was at a minus 17.57%. Okay, and this week it's at a minus 7.57. So, of course, no withdrawals are coming out of the system, guys, because like we're getting it back up to the gain. Once it's at a gain, every single end of the week you would withdraw from it. Okay, so that's how that works. So you can see here, even though things go down, like right here, it went down to a minus 34%. You'd be thinking, oh my God, that's crazy kind of thing. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But it's Forex trading, guys. Like that's how Forex works. It's kind of, it involves a ton of strategy, a ton of work. Basically when these accounts are on, the trading team's on there like, I would say probably 20 hours a day doing stuff, creating that gain and such, guys. And that, if you go out there and you look at other Forex traders on YouTube and stuff, what they do, guys, is they go and they get these crazy gains. They go and they, 190% within 1 month. And then you'll notice they don't show those accounts again because the next month they're trading at such big risk, even the next day or the next week or next month kind of thing. They've like blown it all away because they're trading at such a high risk. So that's this system here, guys. We're not trying to just be like, oh, we need to get 100% gain per month and people are making 5% or 10% a day kind of thing like that. That's not what we're after because that'll have short-term results as in stability of a system, right? If we do something like that. Like it's totally possible to go out there and get 150, 200% per month, but you're risking a ton. Like your drawdown, the trade amounts of funds that would be in the trades, guys, would be almost 100% of your account. So your drawdown would be, 100% most of the time, and that's not very good. Okay, so what we do here, guys, is we trade. The results are not crazy huge, but the result of stability and trading over multiple accounts. Like you can see here, there's I think eight accounts here. Trading over multiple accounts, just makes it a lot more safe. Okay, for a system long term. Okay, so this one here, USD9, we'll look into that. So that there was the worst account, guys, is the minus 7%. Okay, which is not bad at all. Like that'll come out probably in 2 days after the thing starts back up. It's going to come out. So this account here, guys, is doing pretty good. Once again, we only need 10%. We got 31.74% here. And last week, The 14th, it was at 20%. So this one did over 11%, guys, like 11.60% or so, or 11.70% over that week, which is pretty cool. Okay, we'll look at the next one here. That was 7 going. Oh, see, they changed. Okay, so this is why I wrote oh no, that was 9. Sorry, I've written the wrong one down here. 7. Oh, I didn't write this one. USD. Oh no, did they change? Anyways, this is 9 we just looked at. We haven't looked at 8. I've got 7 down here twice. Anyways, we'll figure this out. So we didn't look at 8. And yeah, so just 8 and 3 is left. Okay, so this one here, guys, we're looking for the 14th. There it is there. So that was last week where things ended. And this account here actually came out of a drawdown just before we closed. Just before we closed things out. So this account here hardly gained at all. If you look at it, it gained about 0.25 to 0.30%. If you look at it here, because on the 14th of last week, it came out at 30.25, and then now it's sitting at 30.56. Okay, it could have been 18.81, but there obviously was some drawdown, and we closed out with a bit of drawdown on that. Okay, so that's that. We'll move on to this was USD8. Okay, and there's just that one account left to look at here, which is the 3. That's good. So we looked at all those accounts. I don't need to do this anymore. So this one here had a pretty big gain. So this one would have been small last week. Would have been so 6.47% last week, and then now we're sitting at 9.48. Okay, so pretty good. So when you do the math across all these accounts, guys, it made about $500. All the accounts basically, the gain over them, because you can see like this one here withdrawal $100 from it. You do the math across all the accounts, it's about $500 of gain, which is still way more than what we'd need if for instance there's only $8,000 in the system, to make those 1% per day payouts. Say for instance everybody came in and every single member in the system made a withdrawal of 100% of their earning balance over that week. We still, it would still work for us here, even though the gain was not incredibly huge this week. Like last week, it was about close to twice as good as it was this week. Because you can see a lot of these accounts here, guys, like that one we saw, it only gained 0.30% or something like that. We had 3 accounts do about 10% each kind of thing. So the gain wasn't that crazy this week, but still, good enough to run the system. So that's basically it for this video. We're going to just shoot on over here to the website, and I'll show you guys the growth of the website, because I think we got to do that in these videos as well. Just see the growth of the website. 9 more hours to go if everything's good and solid to get going. So we got 1,273 members. So we could be looking at about just over 1,300 members, guys. If we decide to launch tomorrow. I'm just kind of thinking like, man, if we launch tomorrow, it's just, guys, it's such a, mind my language, it's such a shitty day to launch because it's Christmas Eve, the 24th. But with, just all the features and things we had to add into the system, guys, at last minute when we were looking at how everything works out and stuff, we had to add about 3 features to the system to make it, just ideas to make it better and such like that. And that took us, a little bit of extra time to do that. So this is kind of, why we're supposed to launch about a week ago, and that would have been perfect right before Christmas. Guys, probably not the smartest thing to launch on the 24th, but as I see it, it's like, the people who want to fund, you can fund. The people who want to, maybe wait till the holiday's over or whatever, then they can fund there. It doesn't really matter. I know this site is going to, it's going to do great. Once people get results out there and people are making videos of look at my balance is 100% withdrawable. I'm withdrawing every single day. I'm making $100 within the first, first month or so. And they funded, say they funded $2,000 and they're making $100 a day after 1 month. 100% withdrawal balance, guys. Once that kind of proof is out there, then we'll see like just a ton of people come in here and a ton of people fund and such, and really get going in the system. So I'm actually going to log in. I'm going to show you guys the leaderboard here because it's pretty freaking incredible how many, what people are recruiting into the system. I'm actually surprised. Some people have teams of like almost 70 people right now. So if we go over to statistics, go to leaderboard. Oh, and there's videos in the site now as well. Oh, look at that. US is number one now, number one country. So that's actually really, really good for an earning opportunity, is because US, currency is high, and it just means the system will be richer. Okay. You can see some earnings there, guys. This is just a test account. So I've earned a buck 86 in the system, which is nothing really, but it's just a test account. There's just like, I think I put about 75 bucks in the system. So that's like 2 days of earnings basically. And we're testing things out. So the first day was actually 20 or 30 cents lower than what it was supposed to be. So we had to figure things out so that it was people are getting about 1% per day. So you can see here, like she's got 61 people on her team. This J Wolf guy's got 48. So, guys, system's going pretty good with people referring into it. Like they're building, it seems like it's building very easy for people. They have an easy time sponsoring into it. And just think about this, guys. If they're having an easy time now, then once the proof is out there of members showing in video, like how this system works, okay, with the forced withdrawal balance, everything you earn, you have to withdraw it out of the system. Other things like that, it's proven that I'm sitting here putting out videos every single week showing people that this system is not your typical, like it's not a Ponzi scheme where it's set up where the ad funds is paying out the withdrawals. And that proof is right here. Like every single week I'm putting out videos showing the growth of our accounts. I show the honest growth of it. Like I could have just went over and skipped over I don't know what account it is. The minus 6% account. I don't know which one it was here. I forget. But anyways, I could have just not shown that account and been like, oh, this is awesome, blah, 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 kind of thing like that. But like actually show the true, honest results of the growth and stuff like that. So this is it right here, obviously. USD 5. Okay. Like I show the honest, true results of what we're creating here, which is pretty cool. And people can relate to that. They can see, oh my God, this is real. These are real earnings. And it's just really, really attractive, guys, when you're promoting something, just how this system is set up. And it makes sense, right? It's not, a lot of times the things that are easy to promote are set up for failure. Like they're set up to just last a couple weeks and then poof, they're gone because they're like, it's just too good to believe kind of thing. Guys, this system here is kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of borderline too good to believe type thing, 100% withdrawal balance. Admin's putting out, I'm one of the admins, right? Admin's putting out proof every single week that it has external sources of income, like huge external sources of income. Like guys, imagine when this is $1 million. Each of these accounts are $1 million, right? That's going to be huge, huge earnings per week. It's going to be like, if they're doing 10% a week, like 10% of $1 million is insane across say 8 accounts. And if our member base gets to 1 million people, guys, it'll probably get to that size where we'll have proof that, our system is earning externally like $1 million a week. I know that sounds insane, but guys, it's totally possible. If you look at these results, like on this scale right here, we go and we look at the results of this. I'll just go back to that page where you can see them all. And it's on average, say 10% or 7% or whatever per week, right? On a scale of just $8,000 in an account. Then imagine when each of those accounts are say $1 million or $100,000, right? The results of external funds would be enormous, just crazy, crazy big. So that's really what excites me is that, the system is structured in a way that people can come in here. Like think about this, guys. Like this person here has got 61 people on their team and no proof of income through promotion because the system's not even going yet, right? Like all these people have over 20 people on their team and they have no proof of income through the system. They have not made one post out there or one piece of content, one piece of promotion saying, hey, I'm making money in this. So imagine when it comes to the time of promotion where every single member that's promoting is showing proof of income. Hey, I'm making money in this. Check this out. Look how different this is. right? They're creating hundreds of thousands of dollars per month externally for the system's payouts. It's not like 100% every single week. You know, there's proof out there that this is not, withdrawals are not coming from members adding funds to the system. Okay, so that's just a total, you know, guys, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I think the member base is going to skyrocket once there's enough content out there proving that this thing is what it is. It's going to be insane. So that's it for this video, guys. I think I've talked long enough here about this stuff. I don't want to make these videos too long, and it's freezing down here. So I'll see you guys next week in the update video.